Thank you for logging on to this Norwell High School sports broadcast brought to you by WellsCountyVoice.com, a division of the Voice Enterprises. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors you hear throughout the game. So be sure to visit their businesses and use their services as often as possible, and tell them thanks for their support. We encourage you to go to the games and support your local team, but when you just can't make it, we're here for you. Now it's time for the pregame show on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Night Football on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Reese Schwartz with me tonight on the camera. We are outside here at Bellmont tonight in beautiful Decatur, Indiana. It feels pretty wet. We're hoping we don't get wet as there's a pretty large bank of clouds behind us, Reese, tonight. We're just hoping they don't hold any water for this football game. The Knights come into this one 0-3. They come in to play on the road, a Bellmont team that is currently 1-2. So the one thing that the Braves have accomplished is they've accomplished a win for their brand new head coach, Marty Ballard, early on this season, and that was last week at Columbia City. The Braves have been a powerhouse locally here for the last several years. Of course, a lot of that was under head coach Larry Getz. He has moved on, and Marty Ballard has moved in. The Knights, of course, coached by first-year coach Josh Gerber, and the Knights currently 0-3. They've shown some glimmers. They scored a couple of times in the second half last week against a very good, a very solid Leo team. They just haven't been able to score early so far this season. I talked to Garrison Brege's father before the game, and he is fine. Checked out and passed all the concussion tests. He suffered a big hit, if you weren't with us last week. I think it was either late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, and had to take a seat for the rest of the game. But he's back this week and should be under center for the Knights. Bellmont with a couple of returning very important players that kind of run the offense. One is quarterback Grant Gutierrez. He's more of a running threat than he is a passing threat, but does a great job of handling the offense. And they've got a lineman, a tackle, at 6'5", 260 pounds. That's Braden Shaw, who will play a big part of whether that running offense for the Braves succeeds or not. The other player to kind of watch for that I've heard a lot about is a wide receiver, but he does a lot of blocking and very effective, very active for the offense, and that's Will Rice. Will is a senior here at Bellmont as well, and I'm sure you'll be hearing us calling his name quite a bit this evening. Last week for the Knights, Levi Leidig had a very good game, rushed for over 100 yards for the Knights. He's also a target for Garrison Brege coming out of the backfield on the reception side of things, and we saw him play a much more major role in the Knights offense last week versus the first couple of weeks. Also want to recognize a couple of sponsors for this week joining us for this Bellmont game, and that's Troxel Equipment out of Bluffton, and then also Dr. Kugelhahn, who has sponsored with us in the past. And just to let you know a little bit about each of them, we'll do that actually after the playing of our national anthem here by the Bellmont Marching Band. Please join us.
To commemorate the athletes from DeKalb High School, one of our sister schools in the 88, who tragically lost their lives this week. Thank you. And now, the playing of our national anthem by the Bellmont Band of Braves.
Excellent job by the Bellmont Marching Braves. We're just a few minutes from the teams coming back out, and we do want to let you know about a couple new sponsors this evening. Of course, Troxel Equipment. They feature a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned and equipment that is well maintained and ready for service. Troxel Equipment is the dealership you can trust. Also, Dr. Kukulhan. Her office is located at 1133 North Main Street at the north edge of Bluffton. Dr. Laura Kukulhan and her caring staff will make you feel right at home and are accepting new patients right now. We appreciate them sponsoring our game tonight. And as always, when you visit any of our sponsors, please let them know you heard their ad on The Voice. They'll appreciate it, and so will we. We'll take a quick break. Waiting on the teams to come out, hear from a couple of more sponsors, and be back with your pregame show after these words.
At Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image.
And we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, I can help you get to a better state because I'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call me, Kevin Beatty, and officially get to a better state with State Farm. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton at 824-1928.
Welcome back to Bellmont. The Braves with their Indian-themed fight song, waiting on the teams to come out. We mentioned a couple of key players for the Braves tonight. Let's mention a couple more for the Knights. The starters for the Knights this evening, besides Garrison Breggy at quarterback and Levi Leidig at the running back slot, 4 wide receivers. Those are Landon Geiger, Carson Ringer, Christian Bahada, and Grant McMichael. Now, of course, Carson will be coming out of the backfield a lot. You'll see him get some touches running the football as well. The right tackle this evening, again, Colin Schwartz. Colin seems to be fine. He had to take a break last week. What was the issue there, Reese?
Apparently he cracked one of his ribs.
Oh, boy.
Maybe, I don't know.
But he's okay, obviously, and ready to go, playing through the pain. Broken rib can be awfully painful, but he's in there tonight. At the left tackle, number 58, Joel Detmer. The guards are Gavin Laley and Aaron Osborne. In the center is Dalton Southard. So those are your offensive starters for the night. On the defensive side of the ball, you'll hear a lot of similar names, and one familiar name that we're glad to see back in there is defensive tackle Curtis Blackwell, the Ball State-bound lineman. The other tackles, Grant Scheinman. The defensive ends this evening are Cole Lewison and Dalton Southard. The linebackers are Cam Harris, Colin Schwartz, and Levi Leidig. So Levi moving up into a linebacker slot this evening. The safeties are Christian Bahada and Sharneil Freeman. The cornerbacks, Carson Ringer and Grant McMichael. The starters for Bellmont this evening on the offensive side of the ball, quarterback Grant Gutierrez. The fullback is Caleb Hankinson, and you'll probably see him get most of the touches this evening. Hankinson, who's rushed for over 1,700 yards already over the course of his career, will get his number called a lot. The wide receivers for Bellmont this evening, starting, will be Tony Bussey, Colin Mills, and Will Rice. We talked about him a little bit, along with Zach Wolf. The tackles are Kyle Chronister and Mike Metz. The guards, Jaron Gerwig and Braden Shaw. And the center, number 66, Derek Simon. On the defensive side of the ball for the Braves, the starters will be at defensive ends, Matt Rush and Anthony Roush. The nose tackle will be Braden Shaw. Linebackers, 4 of them, A.J. Weishart, Matt Laughlin, Tony Bussey, Caleb Hankinson. And then cornerbacks are Zach Wolf and Trevor Ortiz. And the safeties, starting for the Braves this evening, will be Aaron Lehrman and Colin Mills. So, like Norwell, a lot of two-way players in this game tonight, and it's still very warm. There's lots of times where by week 4 it's starting to really cool off, but not this year. We've seen very warm temperatures so far, and I think it's going to feel warmer to the players tonight, Reese, than it did last week. The humidity quite a bit higher than what it was last week at Norwell. The Braves getting ready to take the field. We're still a few minutes from kickoff. Why don't we take another quick break, hear from a couple more of our sponsors. Really want to feature one of our new sponsors this year, Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money, you're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Decatur. Bellmont already on their sideline. Norwell hustling across to the far side. The Knights in their white away jerseys, along with their navy pants and navy helmets. Bellmont with a little bit different look this year. Deep gray home jerseys with the navy numbers and navy pants. It's a little bit deeper shade of navy, I think, than what Norwell's is. Would you agree?
What?
It's a little bit, can you hear me?
A little bit, yeah.
You can't hear me very well. I've got you plugged in.
I know, I can hear you, but like not that well.
But not that well, okay. Yeah,
lot.
the band is playing. They tend to play loud as they can. They try to make up for lack of tone sometimes in volume. Mm-hmm. I was saying that the Bellmont Navy is a little deeper shade of blue than the Norwell Navy.
Uh-huh.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so we've got a unanimous vote up here for the shades of navy on the uniforms, and I missed the coin toss explaining that. So we'll pick that up here in just a second. Looks like the clouds might be breaking up a little bit here this evening. Seeing some blue sky peek through to the south and west. It'll be pretty comfortable here in a little bit. It's still just really humid here at Bellmont tonight. The Knights trying to break into the win column on the season. Currently 0-3. Bellmont 1-2 heading into this one. So it appears as though the Braves will be receiving. Deep for them. Can't read those numbers very well. The navy on the gray. It's kind of hard to see. At least for these old eyes. See, one of the backs is Trevor Ortiz on the near side. Norwell kicking off from west to east. That'll be looking for the entire Norwell lineup here. Bears, who that is. And it's a short kick, onside kick, They're going to give the ball to Norwell. It appeared as though that ball brushed against a Norwell player, but the onside kick works to start the ball game for the Knights. And I believe Ringer recovered that ball for the Knights. So the Knights will take over 1st and 10 here. Ball's marked at Bellmont's 48. And the Knights off to a good start. I don't know that anybody was expecting an onside kick to start this one. The Knights pulled it off. Garrison Breggy back there in the quarterback slot. We mentioned the fact he got his bell rung last week, but he seems okay as he handles a tough snap and might have lost a yard or two. He was met at the 49 by a host of Bellmont Braves. Actually, they're going to say no gain or loss. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Knights as the sun peeks through the clouds here at Bellmont. Norwell, that's a big break for Norwell to be able to recover that onside kick. I think they might have got a break. There's the pass out to the flat to Ringer. Ringer is met where he caught it. It's a completed pass for a minus at least 1 yard, maybe 2.
Pass complete to Ringer.
Yeah. The ball is back now in Norwell territory, so it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Knights. Bellmont did a great job of seeing that play and stopping Ringer where he caught the ball. Breggy again in the shotgun. There's a pass to the left, and it's picked off by, I believe, number 6, Noah Macklin. It may have been number 8. Yeah, it was Noah Macklin. Macklin, just a sophomore, and that ball just didn't have enough air under it. It hit Noah Macklin right in the numbers. So Bellmont, after the onside kick to start the game, will get the ball at the Norwell 46 after the turnover. 1st and 10 for the Braves. And the Braves will just beat you up at the line of scrimmage. Heavily dependent on the run. That's Hankinson in the backfield. And he'll get the football and find a hole. He's got room down the left side all the way inside the 20-yard line. A big gain for Hankinson. And they will spot that at the 18. It'll be 1st and 10. Great blocking on the left side of the Bellmont offensive line. Opened up a hole big enough, Reese, I could have ran through it. I think. At least for a yard or two. But excellent blocking there by the Bellmont line. Gutierrez under center. In motion again as he'll hand it off to Hankinson again. Hankinson with a good push. And he carries a couple of would-be Norwell tacklers inside the 10. I believe that's going to be another 1st down for the Braves, and it is. 2 plays, 2 1st downs, and it's 1st and goal for the Braves at the 6-yard line. Braves very efficient to this point. They've only run 3 plays, and they've covered 40 yards in those plays. Now the play goes to the right. Hankinson again with the carry, still on his feet, diving towards the goal line, and the official on the near side says he got in. So Hankinson, 4 touches and a touchdown. Didn't take long for the senior to make his presence felt. He's listed at 6'1", 205. Very solidly put together young man. And the Braves will attempt an extra point kick here. And I can't, can you read the number on the kicker?
No.
Very good. So we'll see how the extra point goes. It's up, and it is good.
Point after by Jose Garcia.
Jose Garcia, the kicker for Bellmont, puts it through the uprights, and it's an early 7-0 lead. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Bellmont with a quick lead here at their home field. 9:40 left on the clock here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Braves. And they will kick off for the first time. I believe that's Garcia also doing the kicking off. He is large for a kicker, listed at 6'1", 245. So you'll see that at the high school level every once in a while. Strong leg and a good kickoff here. It's going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line. I think that might be Mayorga on that side. There's a flag thrown. It was actually Christian Bojada with the return. He made it all the way out to, about the 31, Reese, or so. We're checking to see what that flag is for. Actually, that ball's going to be spotted about it would have been at the 29, so they'll move it back to inside the 19-yard line. It'll be set at inside the 20, It'll be set at the 19, so Norwell will start their second possession. Interceptions have been a bit of an issue for the Knights so far this season. This time, a running play, and Reggie held on to the football. Tried to go right and got backed up a couple of yards. So that'll make it 2nd and 10. Actually, 2nd and 12 on the play. So loss of 2. Roush was in on the tackle for Bellmont. Reggie's done a good job of hiding those handoffs, but that time Bellmont did an excellent job of reading the play. This time Leidig gets it over the left side. He's got a little room to run, and he's got the first down and more. Finally brought down at about the 38. Excellent run by Levi Leidig. Really did a good job of keeping his legs moving. And big gain for Levi, a 20-yard pickup as it's marked at the 37. Good blocking on the left side by the Knights offensive line. On the left hash mark. There you go. Reggie back there with Leidig as he'll keep it. Leidig was wiped out by a would-be Bellmont tackler. Reggie might have picked up a yard, depending on where they say his forward motion stopped. Actually, they're going to say he lost a yard. So that'll make it 2nd and 11 for the Knights. Clock ticking under 8 minutes here in the first quarter. The lights are on at Bellmont. Not taking any kind of effect yet, though, as the sun, again, trying to break through the clouds off to the west. Norwell with their first down of the ball game in this drive. There's Breggy trying the right side, and he's brought down after maybe a yard or two gain. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll check it.
Breggy on the keeper to the right side. Brought down for no gain by
Well, they're going to say no gain, so Tony Bussey stops Breggy at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Knights. And look for them to throw on this play. The last pass was intercepted by Noah Macklin for the Braves. Breggy back to pass, looks right, completes it That's Leidig out of the backfield and gets dropped at the original line of scrimmage. Good tackle by the Braves. That'll bring up 4th down and 10 for the Knights. That was Carson Ringer actually on the catch. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was Levi Leidig. I'm trusting myself. That was Tony Bussey with a very good tackle. And Leidig in again as the punter. He's got an option to run or kick. He kicks it this time. It's a short kick, but it gets a very favorable Norwell roll and ends up at the 22-yard line. That's where the Braves will take over. 1st and 10. Well, if Levi can continue to get that forward roll on his punts, that'll work out fine. It's when he doesn't have room to get the kickoff that it's more of a problem for the Knights. Bellmont did not have any trouble moving the ball in their first drive. It only took them 4 plays to get into the end zone from midfield. We'll see if the Knights defense can stiffen up a little bit here. A couple of wide receivers, one to each side. The other 2 wide receivers in tight. One in motion, and Gutierrez is going to keep it himself and gain about maybe 7 yards. First time that Hankinson has not touched the ball, or excuse me, Hankinson. By Leidig and Cam Harris in on the tackle for Norwell. 2nd and 3 for the Braves here. 5:50 left in the first quarter. Bellmont up by 7. Leo also jumped out to an early lead last week, and Hankinson really hits the hole quick. Big gain for Caleb. He's all the way out close to midfield. They'll mark it at the 48-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves. For Norwell, Carson Ringer completing the tackle. Not a large crowd here this evening on really either side of the ball, either side of the field. The pitch to Hankinson, and it's going to be blown dead. Yeah, false start by the Braves, so that'll move them back 5 yards and make it 1st and 15.
False start penalty against the Braves, so move them back 5 yards.
That'll be spotted then at the 43-yard line in Bellmont territory.
1st and 15.
They lead by 7 here early on in this one. This time Gutierrez keeps it, goes left. He's got room to run, and he's going to run away from the field. A 57-yard touchdown run for Gutierrez. Grant Gutierrez, the senior, makes it 13-0 Bellmont. And boy, we talked about the fact that Bellmont's offensive line does a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and so far they certainly have. Jose Garcia on for his 2nd extra point attempt. Oh, good snap and hold. The kick is up and has plenty on it. That'll make it 14-0 Bellmont with 4:54 left here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, hear from Indiana Physical Therapy, and be right back.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy is proud to announce their new office opening in October in Decatur.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in the American.
Well, welcome back to Decatur, and has been the trend so far this year. Norwell down early, 14-0 Bellmont. Another strong kickoff from Garcia, fielded at about the 6. That is Levi Leidig winding his way up the left side. He'll get it across the 25 and be brought down at about the 29-yard line. That's where the Knights will take over. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 30, so first 10 for the Knights. Levi Leidig really making his presence more and more felt on this Norwell squad. He's now the deep man on kickoffs and punts, in the backfield with Garrison Breggy, catching passes out of the backfield as well. Also playing a linebacker. It's a very young Norwell team. Breggy with the pitch to Leidig. Leidig gets hit at about the 33. Bring up second down for the Knights and about 7. Actually, they're only going to give him 2 yards on that carry, so that'll be 2nd and 8 for the Knights. Breggy's only attempted a couple of passes so far. 3, I believe. 2 of them complete, but no yet net positive gain so far as Leidig goes left. Oh, and he breaks a couple of tackles. Look at him go, streaking down the left side, finally brought down from behind by number 3, Colin Mills. I thought Leidig was stopped at about the 35-yard line, and those strong legs of Levi's, he was able to break free and get into Bellmont territory. The ball spotted at the 35. First down for the Knights. And good individual play there by Leidig to get that big a gain. I thought he was wrapped up at the 35-yard line on the other side. So he picked up 30 yards after I thought he was stopped. Breggy's pass out to the right. That's Geiger. Geiger is stopped at the line of scrimmage. The downfield blocking just not able to hold off the Braves. It'll be actually a loss of a yard for Norwell. 2nd and 11 for the Knights. Ball spotted at the 36. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Bellmont leading by 14. A Hankinson touchdown run and a long Gutierrez run for the Braves so far on the board. It's quiet enough here you can hear Breggy's hands clap for the football as he hands off to Leidig, and Leidig with a solid gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for about a 6-yard pickup for Levi. Now I'm calling it 3rd and 5. I think that looks closer to 5 yards than 6 to me, so we'll give it to him. You all right with that, Reese?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Breggy gets the snap, hands off, this time to Carson Ringer. Big hole for Ringer up the middle. Nice move to his right. He's going to find the end zone, and the Knights are on the board. As Carson Ringer got some good blocking up front by that Norwell line. There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage, so they may be bringing this back. We'll see what they have to say, but to give the Knights offensive line some credit there, Detmer, Laley, Southard, Osborne, Colin Schwartz did an excellent job of blocking to create the hole for Ringer. Then he made a nice move to his right. It's actually going to be a penalty. There's a personal foul on Bellmont. So I believe that'll be assessed on the kickoff, if I remember correctly. Norwell's touchdown does stand. Chris Bear out there to attempt the extra point. Holding for him, Christian Bohata. As the referee continues to explain to the Norwell coaching staff what's going on, or Bellmont coaching staff, excuse me, what's going on. That's Coach Marty Ballard on this side. Bear and both teams ready to go. Now the official gets into the mix after picking up his flag. Bear's kick is low. It was tipped, but it got through the uprights and over the crossbar, so it's good. And Bellmont's lead at 2:03 left in the first quarter is 14-7. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Can dream of owning a home. Having a space you can call your own. In fact, we've helped people realize that dream for over 125 years. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, refinance an existing loan, or move into something a little bigger, we believe our lending experts have the local knowledge and experience to help make your dream a reality. Apply online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Bellmont, and this is the earliest point in the game so far this year that the Knights have scored. Does a really nice job of blocking by Norwell's offensive line to spring at Carson Ringer for, I believe, his second touchdown of the year. Chris Bear on to kick off for the Knights. Can't tell for sure if that's Hankinson deep for Bellmont or not. It's really tough to read the Braves' numbers at a distance with the Navy on dark gray. Bear will actually be kicking off from the Bellmont 45 after the personal foul penalty. His kick is going to be fielded at about the 10 and into the middle of the pile up to about the 27-yard line. That's Tony Bussey. That's deep for Bellmont. Bussey is wearing number 27 for the Braves. So we'll know that going forward here, unless they change it, of course. Norwell on the board, under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bellmont up by 7. Grant Gutierrez under center. He's already scored. So is Caleb Hankinson. This time he'll hand off. And that was not Hankinson on that carry. That might have been Bussey, and Bussey was stripped of the football. So the Knights get a break. Christian Bohata came out of there with it. Norwell will take over with a chance to tie this ball game up, or possibly even go ahead at the 27-yard line of the Bellmont Braves. So each team now with one turnover, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Boy, that's a big play by Bohata to force that fumble. And play is blown dead. Looks like the Knights might have moved on the line.
Illegal procedure against the Knights. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and make it 1st and 15.
That'll move the Knights back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now for the Knights. The ball spotted at the 32 of the Braves. Norwell with a little momentum right now. Big run by Carson Ringer to get him on the board. 3 wide receivers to the right for Norwell. Ringer, Geiger, and McMichael out there. But the pass is to the left. Really well read by the Bellmont defense. The safety broke that play. That was Aaron Lehrman. He's just a sophomore, listed as 6'3", runs well. He really got a good break on that ball. Got both hands on it, just not able to corral it. It'll be a 2nd and 15 for Norwell. Ball just overthrown a little bit. Breggy was trying to get it to Christian Bohata, guy who forced that last miscue by the Braves. Breggy hands off to Leidig, and Leidig with a forward push. Might have picked up 3 or 4. They're going to spot it at about the 29. So that'll make it 3rd and 12. After the 3-yard pickup by Leidig. Grant McMichael running in the play for the Norwell Knights. We'll see if they go back to the air. That pass out into the flat has not worked very well so far for the Knights. Belmont's really defended it well. As Breggy will fake the handoff, try to run, and get dumped for a big loss. Good play individually there by Tony Bussey. The ball spotted at Belmont's 36. That's 4th and about 22. And it is 4 down territory, though, for Norwell, although Leidig looks like he's getting ready to punt, and they are in punt formation. Good snap. Leidig doesn't have room to run, so he's going to try to pooch a kick down and get it to stop before the end zone, and by golly, he does. Levi Leidig having quite a night as he's able to get that punt to stop at the Bellmont 1-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bellmont, and a long field to go for the Braves. 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Bellmont leading Norwell 14-7. Well, that was a great pooch punt by Levi Leidig. Let me try to get all the players in that shot. As Gutierrez, there you go. Gutierrez. Oh, good push by the Knights, but I think that might actually be Hankinson that came out of there on the quick handoff. Good burst of speed. He'll get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves. And that's a 13-yard gain for Hankinson. So Hankinson piling up the yardage here early. We mentioned in the pregame he had already gained 1,700 yards coming into this season. That was the last play of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it's Bellmont 14, Norwell 7. We'll take a break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be right back.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, wrong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings or let us design one just for you.
Daniels Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Bellmont with the ball to start the second quarter, 1st and 10. And I believe Gutierrez might have hung on to that one. Can't be sure until they haul him up. It was actually Hankinson on the quick handoff. Might have picked up a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 for the Braves. Hankinson, we talked about the fact that he would get a lot of touches, and he has early on in this one. The only thing you got to watch in this humidity is that kids don't get exhausted by the second half. Gutierrez keeps it for a big gain, finally brought down by Grant McMichael out near the 35-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Braves. We talked about Gutierrez run first, and boy, he has been awfully effective so far. Huge touchdown run in the first quarter. Broke off a big gain there. The ball spotted at the Bellmont 34. Gutierrez barking signals as he keeps it again, finally pitches downfield, and a good gain for the Braves. That'll be another first down for this flex bone offense. Option play there. They'll spot the ball at the 48. First 10 there for Bellmont. 10:40 left here in the half. Bellmont hasn't had much trouble moving the football. That turnover, really their only blemish so far from an offensive standpoint. We're not going to see too much fancy from the Braves, other than misdirection possibly. Gutierrez hands off to Hankinson, and he's out close to another first down. A big gain for Caleb. It's a 9-yard pickup. Second and 1 for the Braves. Levi Light again on the tackle for the Knights. Levi having a really good game again. He was our player of the game last week. And really doing a lot of good things on both sides of the ball again this week for the Knights. Gutierrez, as Norwell shifts, Gutierrez looks left, man wide open out of the backfield. And that's a touchdown for the Braves. Well thrown ball. That was Bussey on the receiving end of that pass. And Norwell's defense really looked confused going into that snap. And excellent thrown ball from Gutierrez. It's 20-7 Bellmont. That touchdown went for 44 yards as Jose Garcia on to attempt his third extra point kick. Snaps have been just great from Bellmont. Good kick by Garcia, and he puts it through the uprights. It's 21-7 Bellmont. 9:27 left here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these words from St. Francis.
Located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the University of St. Francis is a private Catholic university enrolling 2,300 students in majors ranging from the liberal arts to the creative arts to the health services. Small class sizes, personal attention, and the freedom to explore your options. A USF education has a lot to offer. Visit their beautiful campus and see for yourself how you can be a part of the University of St. Francis. Visit sf.edu to learn more about the University of St. Francis.
Well, Norwell will try to respond, as it didn't take long for Bellmont to get it into the end zone again. Well called, well executed play by the Braves there. Tony Bussey, the senior, listed at 5'9", 170, wide open at the left hash mark for the Braves. Wasn't touched as he carried it about the last 17, 18 yards. Garcia out to kick off for Bellmont as the theme from Jaws plays. You know who scored that movie, Reese?
What?
The movie Jaws. Do you know who wrote the score for that movie? Is Bohada. weaving his way upfield, faked the handoff out to about the 24. No?
I don't.
John Williams. John Williams was eventually a tremendous writer of music for movies. Star Wars, you ever heard of that one?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Bellmont marching band executing the theme flawlessly. Ball spotted at the 24 for Norwell. Breggy will bring the Knights out of the huddle. 3 receivers split to the right. Leidig, Geiger, and McMichael. Bohada to the left. Must be Ringer back there to block for Breggy. Downfield, and he overthrows Leidig. Leidig was open, but he couldn't get to that pass. That'll be 2nd and 10 for the Knights. 9:13 left in this first half. Norwell down by a couple of touchdowns and a couple of extra points. Well, they had Leidig open there for a second. Now they've got 2 receivers split to both each side. Inside handoff is sniffed out by the Braves, and that play went nowhere. In fact, it went backwards, as it was, and I'm not sure who got the handoff there. Levi Long actually got the football, and they're going to say that he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down for the Knights. I thought he might have been dropped for a loss there. I think the Braves, or the Knights, might have got a favorable spot. Long split to the right now. 2 more receivers. Bohada to the left. Breggy back to pass. Good protection by the Norwell line. Breggy runs out of it. Gets back to maybe a yard short of the original line of scrimmage, and a good defensive stand there by the Braves defense. It'll be 4th and 10, and that will probably bring out Levi Leidig to punt. Yep, the Knights are in punt formation. Split wide to the right. Charneil Freeman to get downfield. Leidig goes right. The kick lands at about the 47. It's fielded, and the Bellmont receiver there actually had his foot on the ground. That was Colin Mills, or his knee, so that's where the ball will be spotted. It's the 47-yard line of the Braves. 1st and 10 for Bellmont. 7:45 left here in the first half. The Braves leading by 14. 2 turnovers have played a big role in the scoring so far. Norwell had an interception early. Bellmont a fumble in the first quarter, as Gutierrez keeps it over the left side. Might have picked up 5 yards on the play. Levi Leidig in on the tackle. Also, I think Levi Long in on that tackle as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Long is 20. He's not listed that way in the on the roster, but I think I've seen him enough this year to know that Levi's wearing number 20. 2nd and 4. Another run by Bellmont. Close to the first down. We'll see what they say. It is a first down for Bellmont, as the ball's going to be marked at about, well, just inside Norwell's 43. That was Caleb Hankinson on the carry. Very impressed with that young man so far this evening. He is a force. Hits the line very quickly, reads his blockers well, sees the holes. He's having a big night again tonight so far for the Braves. Gutierrez looks over the line, and in motion is number 27, Tony Bussey. Looks like maybe a 2-yard gain for Hankinson this time.
Brought down by Preston Graham and Cole Lewison.
Cole Lewison and Preston Graham in on the tackle for the Knights. And you know what, Reese? I think it's going to turn into a pretty nice evening here. Clouds have kind of broken up, and the humidity seems to be falling a little bit. Pretty darn comfortable in Decatur this evening. On the pitch, in the end around, another big gain for the Braves, close to a first down. They're going to mark it just short. Bussey on the carry this time. And it's going to make it 3rd and 1 for the Braves. 5:30 left in this first half. Boy, Bellmont really rushes up to the line, don't they? Quick snap, and trying to gain extra yardage there was Hankinson. We'll see. I got to believe they're going to stop that where his forward momentum stops. That is going to bring up 4th down, the first 4th down for Bellmont. Just under a yard to go. So he got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm sure Belmont's going to go for it here. It's ball's marked at inside the Norwell 34. And looks like Coach Ballard's going to use a timeout. He is. First one used of the game by either side. Bellmont leading Norwell here in Decatur this evening, 21-7, 4:59 left in the first half. We'll be right back after these words from Pizza Hut.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium 1-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
The $5 flavor menu is now available from your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. To place an order, call 824-5701 or order online at pizzahut.com.
Ossian Do It Best Hardware is your one-stop shop for all your home repair needs, featuring Valspar paints. They have propane refill, screen repair, and a complete rental center, along with a large selection of home improvement items, from electrical and plumbing supplies down to the nuts and bolts you need. Summer has been beautiful this year, but it's time to start thinking about the fall projects that need done around the house. Visit Ossian Do It Best on Hirely Drive, just off Highway 1 in Ossian.
4th down play for the Braves. Gutierrez keeps it, gets a first down, and a whole lot more. He's inside Norwell's 20. A well-run play by Bellmont. They convert their first 4th down opportunity, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves with the ball marked at about the 18. Gutierrez, just an excellent athlete, listed at 5'11", 160. Looks to me to be a little bit more solid than that. But that's a big play to convert that 4th down opportunity. Bellmont looking to add to their 14-point lead. Gutierrez pitches this time and stopped after a couple of yard gain by Carson Ringer. Colin Mills. Looks like he gained about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for Bellmont. Norwell's just had a tough time figuring out which way the Braves are going so far. They've exploited both sides of the line, concentrating more on the left here in this quarter. Long pitch on the end around, and another first down for the Braves. This one inside the 10-yard line. Bussey on the carry. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 7. And now Norwell, I believe, is going to use a timeout. They are. Norwell trailing by 14, trying to put together a defensive stop here. They've not had much success at that so far against Bellmont. We'll take a quick break. Bluffton Street Fair coming up next week. Here's what they have to say.
The 2016 Bluffton Street Fair will soon be here. Tuesday, September 20th through Saturday, the 24th, with daily and nightly activities to keep kids of all ages entertained. From parades, horse and pony shows, Poor Jack amusements with special wristband days, musical groups like Dirty Deeds, Extreme AC/DC, and Hope for the Hollow. Plenty of food. The Street Fair Band, idol competitions, local vendors, and oh, did I mention plenty of food? Street Fair food. The Bluffton Street Fair, starting September 20th. Visit BlufftonStreetFair.com for a complete list of all of the activities.
What did you say your favorite street fair food is, Reese?
An elephant ear.
An elephant ear. Is your mouth watering yet for one of those? You only got about a week and a half left. 11 days from tonight, the Bluffton Street Fair opens, 2016 version. They're going to say that pass was caught. Boy, I didn't know that he got his hands underneath the ball. A low throw by Gutierrez, hauled in by Tony Bussey just inside the goal line. And the Braves add to their lead on one quick play. Well, good catch by Tony Bussey, the senior, with his second touchdown of the day. Jose Garcia on to attempt the extra point. His kicks have a lot of power behind them. Garcia listed at 245 pounds. This one a good kick straight through the uprights. That'll make it 28-7 Bellmont. And we'll keep it right here. We do want to talk about a couple of special sponsors we have tonight. Troxel Equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that is well maintained and ready for service. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust. Also, Dr. Kugelhahn. Her office is located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton at the north edge of town. Decatur, Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her caring staff will make you feel right at home and are accepting new patients as we speak. If you called them right now, Reese, they would accept you. Call 824-3100 to make an appointment. Thank you, Dr. Kugelhahn, for sponsoring this broadcast this evening, along with Troxel Equipment and our many other fine sponsors. Norwell trailing by 21 here in Decatur this evening. 3:34 left in the first half. Bellmont has only been stopped on one drive, and that was due to a fumble. Garcia kicking off again. Levi Leidig deep, and he'll let it bounce out of play at the 12. So, of course, in high school football,
that's a procedure penalty against the Braves.
the ball will be moved out
Norwell will take it at
to the 35.
First and 10.
First and 10 for the Knights. Just 3:34 left in this first half. First half's moved along pretty well. A couple timeouts called, but a lot of running plays. Not a lot of throwing by either team. Breggy pitches, and the pitch is good to Leidig. Leidig with about a 4-yard pickup for Norwell. That'll make it 1st and 6 as the ball is spotted at the Norwell 39. Levi, a good athlete. Of course, he plays basketball and baseball as well for Norwell. Got some playing time on the basketball squad last year as a freshman. Looking forward to seeing that team play as well this year. They're going to be very young, as is the football team. Another couple-yard pickup there by Leidig. That'll make it 3rd and 4 for the Knights.
Leidig again with the pitch.
Another option play to the left. Coach Gerber trying to give Breggy a lot of choices on each play. That spread offense. But Garrison's only a sophomore. You'll see a whole different player next year. The year's strength. It's really, really tough. You notice it in football more than any other sport. Each year of size and strength as Breggy's dropped on the keeper that time for a couple-yard loss. That'll bring up 4th and about 6. But you'll see that big difference in size playing more and more of a role. And Belmont's going to use another timeout. We'll take it along with them. 1:55 left here in the half. Bellmont up by 21. We'll be right back after these words.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Leidig back in punt formation for the Knights. It's 4th and 5, according to the scoreboard. Leidig looks right and throws it downfield. It's broken up. Pass was intended for Christian Bohada, but Caleb Hankinson there to break up the pass. As Coach Ballard prepared his defense well for that fake punt attempt. They'll take over at the 40 of the Knights, and they'll try to punch it in one more time here before half. So far, the Bellmont offense has not had too much trouble executing what they want to do. They've gotten into the end zone 4 times already on 5 possessions. Gutierrez in the shotgun here. First time we've seen that this evening. And a illegal procedure call is going to move it back 5 yards. That'll make it 1st and 15 for the Braves. Kind of a hurry-up offensive look here for the Braves. Gutierrez in the shotgun with Hankinson back there with him. He's looking to pass. Looks left. Deep ball just out of the reach of Hankinson. As Hankinson had split wide left on that play. Defending was Carson Ringer to help break it up. Gutierrez threw to the right spot, just a little bit out of the reach. Caleb Hankinson. 2nd and 15 now for the Braves. A minute 43 left in the half. This time Gutierrez under center. He's back to pass though again, swings it out to the left. And a big pickup again for Bellmont, this time by Colin Mills, I believe. As they're going to mark the ball at the 33. So a 12-yard pickup for Mills on the pass. 3rd down for the Braves. They had one opportunity to convert a 4th down and did so after coming out of a timeout. Gutierrez will throw again. Oh, and this time it's through the hands of Will Rice on the near sideline. As that would have been enough to pick up the 1st down. We've got Another whistle and a Norwell player on his hands and knees in the middle of the field. It appears to be Grant Scheinman, but we won't speculate. He's up, though, now, so hopefully he's fine. We'll take a quick break while he's checked out by the trainers and be right back.
Double-digit pay raises are history. Now money's a lot harder to get a hold of and even harder to hang on to. That's why I would like to offer you a free discount double check. I'll go through your car insurance policy to make sure you're getting the discounts you deserve and aren't leaving any money on the table. So call me, Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why I'm here.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Grant Scheinman able to jog off the field, appeared to be okay. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I only play one online. Minute 32 left here in the half. Bellmont up by 21. It's a fourth down play, their second attempt to convert a fourth down play. This time a long 3 yards. Gutierrez, oh, nice play. He flips it over to the left side to Hankinson. Hankinson avoids a couple of Norwell tacklers. No flags on the play. And Bellmont puts another touchdown on the board. Boy, great fake by Gutierrez. Drew the linebackers up. Hankinson with an excellent move between 3 Norwell tacklers and then just kind of danced his way into the end zone from about the 12-yard line. Jose Garcia on to attempt the extra point for the Braves. He's been perfect so far. Another good snap, good hold, and good kick. It's 35-7 Bellmont. And this is about the rate that Eastbrook scored in week 1 against the Norwell defense. We'll keep it here and talk about a couple of our sponsors. Heidi Automotive is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with a great selection of new and used vehicles. An outstanding service department as well. Visit HeidiMotors.com to view their inventory. Also, when it comes to expressing your emotions, you can't go wrong with roses. Stop by the Posy Pod at 126 Townley in Bluffton to order yours today. Roses and street fair. Combine those two, Reese, how can you go wrong?
You can't.
You just can't. So, guys, if you want to impress your gals, get to the street fair in a week and a half and buy them some roses at the Posy Pot. Located at 126 Townley in Bluffton. Jose Garcia on to kick off for the Braves from his own 40. Good kick out to about the 12, fielded by Leidig. He gets a good head of steam going and gets all the way out to the 41-yard line. Good blocking by the Knights kick team. And Norwell will get a minute 17 seconds to try to respond to the Bellmont onslaught.
Norwell will begin first and 10.
They'll mark it at the 41. Bellmont's offense has just been so efficient. They've put 35 points on the board here in the first half. And frankly, they've made it look pretty easy. Their offensive line, they're big and strong, and they've always had a great weightlifting program over here. Norwell's going to use another timeout to start this drive. That's their second. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these words from the YMCA.
The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free childcare while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
Norwell will start this set at their own 41. Breggy on the pitch to Long out of the backfield, and Long dumped for a yard. Loss. That'll make it 2nd and 11 for the Knights. On the tackle for Bellmont, that was Caden Freet. He is just a freshman, listed at 5'10", 175. You don't see too many freshmen playing varsity football, but Bellmont has a number of them listed on their varsity roster. $15 to be exact, as Breggy chased out of the pocket, able to find some open field and appears to get enough for a first down with 24.7 seconds left on the clock. They will give the Knights the first down. So Garrison with a real nice run there here late in the first half. But the Knights are going to have to hustle if they're going to try to get in the end zone. They might have 2 shots at it. Breggy back to pass. Looks deep, throws it over the middle, and not near anyone in particular. Probably the closest receiver was Charneil Freeman. That'll make it 2nd and 10 with 9.6 seconds left. So probably the last play of the first half. We'll see if the Knights can catch a break and put it into the end zone. Knights did score in the first half tonight. They capitalized on a fumble. And Carson Ringer with a touchdown run. We'll talk more about that at halftime when we talk about the stats and what happened here in the first half. Breggy back to pass. Looks downfield, chased out of the pocket again, and tripped up in the backfield with 2.4 seconds on the clock. Boy, good push there by the Bellmont defensive line. There is a flag on the play, and as long as that play took to develop, it may be holding on the Knights, and it is.
Holding against Norwell is the indication.
I'm guessing that, well, Coach Ballard wants to take the penalty, which makes a whole lot of sense with just 2.4 seconds left. That'll back the Knights up 10 more yards.
Holding penalty moves it back to the 38.
Second, well, farther than that. Puts them all the way back on Norwell's 38. This will be the last play of the first half. 2nd down and a lot for the Knights. Close to 30 yards. They have to get to the Bellmont 39, and they're at their own 38. And Norwell's not even going to run a play. That will end the first half as the clock hits triple zeros. Bellmont 35, your indicator this evening, Norwell 7. We'll take a break, collect some statistics, and be back with your halftime show after these words from our sponsors.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money. You're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Blooming Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Blooming Boutique. Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with one adult and one child per team, or two youth may make a team, and a youth league for ages 4 to 19 starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every game. The Bowling Center in Bluffton, located at 1231 South Scott Street. For complete details, visit bowlbluffton.com, and don't forget about Friday Fun from 12 to 6, only $1 per game and 50-cent shoes at a smoke-free environment. bowlbluffton.com, bowlbluffton.com.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair, with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, wrong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings, or let us design one just for you.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Yeah, welcome back to Bellmont. It's halftime here. The Braves at home leading Norwell 35-7. Once again, courtesy of Derek Decker, who will be working with me during the basketball seasons. And then if you follow the Knights closely at all, Derek pretty much handles baseball season. Does an excellent job, but he's got the stats for us tonight. And here's what went down in the first half in Decatur. At 9:40 of the first quarter, the Braves struck first. Caleb Hankinson on a 6-yard run. He touched the ball 4 times in that drive and scored on the 4th touch. Jose Garcia converted the point after kick. Bellmont struck again at the 4:54 mark of the first quarter. This time, Grant Gutierrez broke a couple of tackles and rumbled 57 yards for the score. Jose Garcia kicked it, the extra point again, and that made it 14-0 Bellmont. Norwell then got on the scoreboard with 2:03 left in the first quarter. Carson Ringer on a 31-yard run. Chris Bear converted the point after kick, and that was set up by a Christian Bohada fumble recovery at the 147 mark. So Norwell did a good job of converting that opportunity, but Bellmont came right back and scored 3 more times in the second quarter. At 9:27 left, Tony Bussey caught a 44-yard pass from Grant Gutierrez. Garcia remained perfect with his kicks. That made it 20. That was the 3rd touchdown. So 21-0 or 21-7 at that point for Bellmont. They scored again at the 3:34 mark. Tony Bussey again catching this time a 7-yard touchdown pass from Grant Gutierrez. Garcia converted the kick. And then at the 1:23 mark of the second quarter, Bellmont, with their final score of the first half, Caleb Hankinson took it in from 33 yards on the pass from Grant Gutierrez. And again, Jose Garcia converted the kick. So Jose Garcia 5 for 5 with point after kicks in the first half. And Bellmont, not known really as a passing team, scored 3 times via the air in that second quarter. So a little bit different look for the Braves. From a total offense standpoint, Bellmont racked up 326 yards, 230 of them on the ground, 96 through the air, to Norwell's 96 yards in the first half on 28 plays. Norwell gained 96 yards on the ground and did not net any yardage throwing the football. Bellmont was 4 of 6 pass completions. Norwell 3 of 8, plus the interception that led to the one Bellmont score. Possession time, Norwell had the ball longer than Bellmont, but Bellmont was busy moving it down the field. Bellmont had it for 10:01, Norwell for 13:59. Penalties, dead even. Both teams called for 3 penalties, or a total of 25 yards. Bellmont, this is pretty also noteworthy. They scored both times they were in the red zone and sacked Norwell once for 7 yards. Individually, Levi Leidig having a really good night for the Knights. He carried the ball 6 times for 64 yards. Also, Carson Ringer carried it twice for 36 yards. For Bellmont, Grant Gutierrez leading the way, although not by much. He had 5 carries for 104 yards, so over half of his total yardage on the ground was in the 1 touchdown run. Caleb Hankinson carried it 10 times for 94 yards. Also, Tony Bussey had 4 carries for 28 yards for the Braves. We mentioned the passing. Of course, Garrison Breggy 3 of 7 for 0 yards for Bellmont and an interception for Bellmont. Grant Gutierrez 4 of 6 for 96 yards. Receivers, individually, Levi Leidig caught a pass for 3 yards. For Norwell, for Bellmont, Tony Bussey caught a couple passes for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caleb Hankinson caught a pass for a touchdown, and Colin Mills also caught 1 pass for 12 yards. Let's see. Let's talk about defense a little bit. For Norwell, Carson Ringer very active defensively. He had 4.5 tackles. Cam Harris had 2.5 tackles. Grant McMichael a pair. Levi Leidig with 2. Colin Schwartz with 1.5, along with Cole Lewison. Christian Bohata and Curtis Blackwell had 1. And then Charneil Freeman, Landon Geiger, Dalton Southern, and Preston Graham all credited with a half a tackle. For Bellmont, Tony Bussey led the way. He had 6 tackles along with an assist. Anthony Roush had 2 tackles and an assist, as did Braden Shaw. Matt Laughlin had 2 tackles, as did A.J. Weishart and Colin Mills. So this game, all Bellmont here after 1 half of play. We appreciate you joining us this evening on WellsCountyVoice.com via YouTube. We'll take a break, hear from a couple more sponsors, and be back with the balance of your halftime show after these words.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium 1-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
The $5 flavor menu is now available from your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. To place an order, call 824-5701 or order online at pizzahut.com.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, I can help you get to a better state because I'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call me, Kevin Beatty, and officially get to a better state with State Farm. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, at 824-1928.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
false. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
That's a lot of free stuff, Reese. Free stuff from First Bank of Bern. We're back here at Bellmont. This is Greg Van Meter along with Reese Schwartz as we watch the student section for Bellmont being led in cheers as the leader pulls a hammy. That was interesting. Some other scores from around the area at halftime. New Haven leading Leo. So I'll tell you, I was pretty impressed with Leo. Of course, New Haven at home this week. They had the off week last week due to the tragedy in DeKalb. DeKalb did not play East Noble again this week. Our thoughts and prayers are with that community. I know my nephew knew the Padilla young man, the driver, pretty well. Said he was a great kid. I've heard nothing but great things about Overkaiser as well. So, again, our thoughts and prayers with their families in particular and the entire community as a whole. Another halftime score, Bishop Dwenger leads Homestead 14-7. Concordia over Bishop Luers 21-3. Northrop trails Carroll by 14-10. Also at halftime, South Adams leads Heritage 21-0. South Adams, they're a good football team this year. They could really make some noise in the postseason. Snyder leads Southside 20-0. Wayne leading again this week over Northside 9-7. They won their first game in over 2 years last week. Eastside leading Cherubusco 7-0. Bellmont trails Woodland. Woodland, a very strong contender in that ACAC this year. Saw their line and some of the bench pressing that group does. I know the one that stuck out to me, one of those young men had a max press of 405 pounds. That's a lot. Angola leading West Noble at halftime 28-7. Northfield and Tippy Valley scoreless. That's in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Warsaw leads Elkhart Memorial 35-7. Also in the second quarter, Concord leads Wawasee. At halftime, Adams Central leading Jay County 20-0. Columbia City and Huntington North scoreless in the first quarter. Also in a 1A game, Southern Wells trails Park Tudor in the. I didn't realize Park Tudor had a football program. They trail 7-0 in the first quarter. So those are your area scores here at halftime. We'll check in on some of those other games in our post-game show. Bellmont back on the field doing their stretching. Norwell not yet out of the locker room. We'll take a break, hear from a couple of our sponsors, and be right back. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Indiana Physical Therapy is proud to announce their new office opening in October in Decatur.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the University of St. Francis is a private Catholic university enrolling 2,300 students in majors ranging from the liberal arts to the creative arts to the health services. Small class sizes, personal attention, and the freedom to explore your options. A USF education has a lot to offer. Visit their beautiful campus and see for yourself how you can be a part of the University of St. Francis. Visit usf.edu to learn more about the University of St. Francis.
The 2016 Bluffton Street Fair will soon be here. Tuesday, September 20th through Saturday the 24th, with daily and nightly activities to keep kids of all ages entertained. From parades, horse and pony shows, Poor Jack amusements with special wristband days, musical groups like Dirty Deeds, Extreme AC/DC, and Hope for the Hollow. Plenty of food, the Street Fair Band, idol competitions, local vendors, and oh, did I mention plenty of food? Street Fair food. The Bluffton Street Fair, starting September 20th. Visit BlufftonStreetFair.com for a complete list of all of the activities. Aussie and Do It Best Hardware is your one-stop shop for all your home repair needs, featuring Valspar paints. They have propane refill, screen repair, and a complete rental center, along with a large selection of home improvement items, from electrical and plumbing supplies down to the nuts and bolts you need. Summer has been beautiful this year, but it's time to start thinking about the fall projects that need done around the house. Visit Aussie and Do It Best on Hirely Drive, just off Highway 1 in Ossian.
Welcome back to Bellmont. We're just about set for the second half kickoff. Bellmont will be kicking off to Norwell. Norwell kicked off the first half, an onside kick that was successful. Knights not able to score out of that play, but they did a great job of executing the onside kick. I doubt that Bellmont returns the favor. Jose Garcia has been consistently putting the ball inside the 12-yard line or so on his kicks. That's kicking off from the 40-yard line, so a little over 50 yards on those kicks, and not much breeze to affect him tonight, as there's not a whole lot of wind blowing, a little bit out of the south, but it's not very strong at all. Garcia's kick is going to be fielded at about the 12. It's dropped by Leidig as he picks it up and weaves his way through a couple of defenders. He gets out to about the 23, 24-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over 1st and 10. That ball just kind of slipped through Levi's hands.
To the 23-yard line. Tackle was made by
Well, spotted at the 23, so that's where the Knights will get it to start the second half. So Norwell with possessions, first possessions in each half. You don't see that too often. Of course, that caused by the onside kick that was successfully executed. Breggy hands it off to Leidig, and Leidig is going to be wrapped up in the backfield, and he fumbles the football. We'll see if they say he was down. Nope. It'll be turned over to Bellmont with a very short field. They're going to mark that at about the 11-yard line. Noah Macklin on the recovery for Bellmont. That's his second big play, as he had the interception for the Braves in the first half. And just like that, Bellmont threatening to score right out of the chute here in the second half. 3 receivers split wide left for the Braves, tightly bunched together, 1 to the right. And Hankinson back there with Gutierrez in the shotgun. He throws left. Actually, that's Hankinson, the receiver, and he gets down to about the 3-yard line.
Gutierrez pass to Colin Mills.
It'll be, actually I didn't think that was Hankinson. It's Colin Mills on the reception. So that'll be second and about 3. Sorry for the misidentification. Very difficult to read these Bellmont uniforms. You can read them on the sideline okay, but you get out on the field and get a little dirt and sweat. Tough to read. Navy blue on black. They do have a white outline, but numbers are just too big to really have that make a difference, as the handoff is good, and this official signal touchdown. Gutierrez kept it, and that's his second touchdown of the evening. His first was a 57-yard run. This one substantially shorter at about 4 yards. Garcia on for the point after attempt. And another good snap and hold. Another good kick. Garcia remains perfect, and it's 42-7 Bellmont with 10:56 left in this third quarter. A couple of special sponsors this evening. Again, Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned and equipment that is well maintained and ready for service. Troxel Equipment is the dealership you can trust. Also, Dr. Laura Kugelhahn. Her office is located at 1133 North Main Street at the north edge of Bluffton. Dr. Kugelhahn and her caring staff will make you feel right at home, and they are accepting new patients. Call 824-3100 to make an appointment. We appreciate their sponsorship of the ball game this evening. Jose Garcia on to punt for the second time in just over a minute of game clock. And this is a short kick on the ground. It's fielded by number 68 for the Knights. That's Cole Lewison. He'll get to the middle of the field and fall at the 30-yard line, so that's where the Knights will take over first and 10. That's a smart play by Cole. He's not used to carrying that football. Cole is a 6'4", 210-pound junior. Breggy calling the signals for the Knights. He'll pitch to Leidig. Leidig goes left, trying to find some room, turns the corner, and very close to a first down on the far side. As I need to get that overlay off of there. Sorry about that, folks.
Leidig takes the pitch around the left side.
Yeah, they're going to say that he was about a yard, 2 yards short maybe. That'll bring up second down and 2. Actually, they're going to spot it. I thought he got farther than that. They're going to say second and 1 after the 9-yard pickup. And
we'll have a timeout for a measurement.
Oh, they're going to measure that? I can tell from here, Reese, it's not a first down.
Yeah, it's not a first down.
No. It's at least a couple of feet short. So there will be no measurement here. It's second down and 1. Belmont's defense lined up. Norwell still looking to the sideline. on this short second down play. Now the official will start the play clock. 3 receivers wide to the right for Breggy. Bohata to the left. As the pitch this time to, I believe that's Carson Ringer on the carry. He'll get the first down and plenty.
Ringer, the ball carrier, brought down
Was Carson. Matt Roush with the tackle for Bellmont. And the Knights pick up another first down, this time at their own 44-yard line. Bellmont still with their first team defense out there for the moment anyway, leading by 35. Breggy looks left, and the pass goes right through the hands of Christian Bohata. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Knights.
Pass is incomplete.
They've tried that
Second down.
little straight pass to each side, not been very successful with it at all. It's been very well defended by the Braves so far this evening. 2nd and 10, 10:04 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Norwell trying to respond here in the second half. Carson Ringer on the carry, and he'll gain 3 or 4 yards.
Ringer, the ball carrier.
That'll make it 3rd down and about 6 for the Knights.
Brought down by Gerwig and Hankinson.
Gerwig and Hankinson on the stop for Bellmont, and boy, it's turned into a really pleasant evening, Reese. Good night to climb in the hammock and chill, as opposed to Netflix and chill. As Breggy goes to the left side and gets drilled after a couple-yard pickup. He bounces right up, though. He's fine. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 2 for the Knights.
On the keeper. Gets it across the 50 to the 48.
The ball is in
Brought him down. It'll bring up 4th down.
Bellmont territory, but the Knights in punt formation. Leidig back at about the Norwell 40. Good snap and a straight kick. Oh, that's not Levi kicking it this time. That was Cam Harris with the kick. And Bellmont lets it roll to a stop at about their 16-yard line. So that's where the Braves will take over, 1st and 10. 8:38 left in this third quarter.
32-yard punt by Harris.
The punt by Cam Harris. That's the first time he's punted since week 2, as Levi Leidig had been running that little punt option play. Was successful with it one time last week. Had a big gain for a first down, like a 20-yard gain. But other than that, and he had the great pooch punt to pin Bellmont back. Gutierrez back to pass. That throw a little low for his intended receiver. I have no idea who that is. I think it might have been Larimore.
Intended for Laughlin, incomplete.
No, it was Matt Laughlin, number 30. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Braves. They've already had 3 touchdown passes tonight. Gutierrez has run it in a couple of times. Hankinson had a rushing touchdown as well. They put it in the end zone on 6 occasions. Norwell once. Gutierrez under center. This time the handoff, breaking free and getting first down yardage.
Gutierrez on the keeper.
Gutierrez kept it.
30-yard line. Good for Bellmont. First
And that'll be another first down for the Braves.
on the tackle.
Charneal Freeman credited with the tackle there. This game moving right along, only 8:35 in real time. 8:15 left on the game clock. Norwell trailing by a bunch. We are outside of the Bellmont press box, and I'll tell you, we're in a better spot than being inside tonight, Reese. It was like a steam bath in the Bellmont press box when I got here. As that's another penalty on Bellmont. That'll make it 1st and 15 after a motion penalty of some sort. Next week, Bellmont will be at Huntington North. Huntington North, it's been a struggle for them so far this year. Norwell, on the other hand, check them out. They will be at home versus a New Haven squad that is very good again this year. New Haven putting hurting on the first half against Leo. And, of course, Leo didn't have much trouble with Norwell last week. As Gutierrez keeps it and picks up about 11 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
2nd down and 3.
I'm calling that 4 yards. And it was more than a 7-yard pickup, as that was actually a 1st and 15-yard play for Gutierrez. He's kept the ball a lot tonight. Good runner, but he's also thrown it well. This time he hands it off. Colin Schwartz on the bottom of the pile. There's Caleb Hankinson on the carry. Might have picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Hankinson and his mates. Just over 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. Should be able to see your line scoreboard on your computer screen at home. That shows Bellmont leading Norwell 42-7. Gutierrez with the pitch this time. There's the first down and plenty more, as quickly getting outside and all the way down to 31 was Caleb Hankinson on the pitch. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 32. That was Charneil Freeman on the tackle. Hankinson, really a good runner. Strong, and once he gets into open ground, he can pick him up and put him down pretty well. Bellmont just has not had a lot of trouble imposing their will so far this evening from an offensive standpoint. Gutierrez on the counter, hands off again, another big gain. This time, not sure. Yeah, it was Tony Bussey, number 27. He gets all the way down to the 12. It'll be another first down for the Braves. I'm guessing that this will probably be the last series you see the first squad in there for Bellmont. Grant McMichael credited with the tackle on that play. Saved a touchdown. Gutierrez looking over the line. Man in motion, and Gutierrez hands it off. This time a good tackle on the left side by Carson Ringer. That was Hankinson with the ball. Picked up about 5. It'll be 2nd down for the Braves.
5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5.
The ball spotted at about the 12-yard line. So the Braves can still get a first down on this set without scoring. Hankinson, the lone back. And they're going to throw a flag on that. Yeah, it looked like somebody moved on the Bellmont offensive line. That'll move it back and make it 2nd and 10. Ball spotted back again at about the 12. If you're just now joining us, it's been all Bellmont this evening. They scored twice in the first quarter, 3 times in the second, and once already here in the third. 4:57 left in the quarter. Norwell scored toward the end of the first quarter. Bellmont threatening again here with 2nd and 10 from the Norwell 12-yard line. Gutierrez goes left, and he's going to get into the end zone, where he's finally touched to step into the end zone by Charnel Freeman. That is the 3rd touchdown of the game for Grant Gutierrez, his 3rd rushing touchdown. He's also thrown for 3. This reminds me a little bit of Eastbrook, where the young man down there in week 1 put the ball in the end zone 6 times. Jose Garcia on to try for his 7th extra point of the evening. Good snap, good hold. There's a flag on the play. Offsides on Norwell. I think the kick was off to the left, so they'll reset it. Half the distance to the goal. Garcia just kind of pulled that a little bit left, so they'll reset, and he'll get another crack at it from a couple yards closer. About a yard, actually. Garcia lining it up. This kick is good, and that makes it 49 for Bellmont, 7 for Norwell, 4:36 left here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free childcare while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
Welcome back to Bellmont. Bellmont will be kicking off again to the Knights from west to east. The Braves with 2 scores so far here in the second quarter, a total of 7 for the game. They lead 49-7. Garcia on to kick off again. I'm guessing Reese's leg might be getting tired. He has another ground ball kick. Lewison picks it up and falls again, this time on the 35. So that's where the Knights will start this possession.
Covers the kickoff at the 35-yard line.
That's 2 kickoffs in a row Lewison has covered. Norwell trying to get something going. They scored towards the end of the first quarter. That was their 7 points. Breggy in the backfield with Ringer this time. He hands off to Carson, and on the push forward, he might have picked up a yard or 2.
Carson Ringer on the carry.
We'll call it 2 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 8 for Carson.
With the tackle, gain of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
For Bellmont, Shaw credited with the tackle. Well, they're going to say he only gained a yard, so 2nd and 9 for Norwell. Thought the spot was going to be a little farther up than that. Breggy looking to pass, gets good protection The deep ball is thrown well over the receiver, but a flag is thrown. Just a little bit of a bump on the intended receiver, but he did hit him before the ball went over his head. That was Joe Taylor. So the Knights will move the sticks on the penalty. That's a big penalty for the Braves. Defensive pass will make it 1st and 10.
15-yard penalty. And the ball goes to the 49.
Just over midfield, so the ball spotted at 49. It's not like the pro game where the penalty's marked at the point of infraction. It's just 15 yards. Reggie pitches to Ringer. He goes left. Nice move to pick up a couple where he's met solidly by a Bluffton defender.
Ringer, the ball carrier, brought down by Hankinson.
That was Caleb Hankinson. So Hankinson delivering punishment both ways. And a face mask penalty is now going to be called on Bellmont. So that'll move the sticks again for the Knights.
So it'll be 15 yards.
A 15-yard penalty against Bellmont. That's 30 yards worth of penalties on just the last couple of plays. So what was even at halftime, no longer so. In motion to the right, and Breggy overthrows Joe Taylor. Another flag thrown as Hankinson put a lick on Joe Taylor, but the flag was actually in the backfield. It's a personal foul against Bellmont for roughing the passer. And it'll be a 3rd consecutive first down credited to the Bellmont defense for the Norwell offense. You don't see that too often. Pass interference, face mask, and roughing the passer nets Norwell 45 yards on this drive. The ball spotted now in the red zone just the second time. Actually, it's the first time the ball's actually been spotted in the red zone for the Knights offense. Reggie back to pass over the middle, caught, and hauled down at about the 1. That was Bohata with the catch, and that'll make it 1st and goal for the Knights. Well thrown ball there by Garrison. He hit Bohata right in stride. So the Knights knocking on the door here with just over 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Reggie hands off, and I don't know if he got in. In fact, he did not. So just shy of the goal line on the carry was Carson Ringer. That'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Knights. Tony Bussey with the initial contact. And it'll be 2nd and a short 1 for Norwell. Carson Ringer ran it in for the first score. This time the pitch, and dumped in the backfield was Ringer. Somebody missed a block. That'll move the ball back to about the 5-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down. That was Colin Mills with the good defensive play. So now the Knights have been backed up 4 yards. It's 3rd and goal. Under 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. In motion, Geiger. Reggie goes left, throws into the end zone, and it's picked off. So Norwell with a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Cannot get it in. In fact, they turn it over. That was Colin Mills with the interception. And the Braves will take over at the 11. Well, that's the 3rd turnover of the ball game, 2nd for the Knights. That ball was thrown into an awful lot of traffic, Reese. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. They can't hear you nod.
I know.
That's all right, Reese. You're doing a great job with the camera. It's a beautiful night to hang out. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Still got a cold? Is that what's going on?
It's
allergies?
Just, yeah, allergies. I think.
Okay. It is allergy season. Clear, what is it? Clear something. I see an ad for a allergy medicine a lot on TV. It's Clear something. Obviously, I don't have allergies, so
lucky. I'm
very, very fortunate. I got the right set of genes because my mother's allergic to everything, including sportscasters. Yeah, it's a bad deal. I don't get to see her much. 2nd and 8 for the Braves. And I think they got their second team in there now. Nope, Gutierrez is still in there. He gets knocked back by the Norwell defense. Christian Bohata made the first contact. That'll bring up 3rd down. They say his forward momentum was stopped at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 8 for the Braves. 40 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. They lead by 42. They're going to take their time. They got 10 seconds left on the play clock to get a playoff. It is 3rd down. Gutierrez will look to throw. He throws over the right side and overthrows the intended receiver. That'll bring up 4th down for the Braves. It was intended for Colin Mills, and Mills didn't really have much of a chance at that one. Overthrew him by a couple yards. So Belmont's going to have to kick out of their, close to their own end zone, as the ball's currently spotted at about the 12, 13-yard line. And I cannot read the number of the kicker. So he's at the 1. And a pretty doggone good kick. It lands at the 48, takes a high hop, and is in Norwell territory at the 49. That's where the Knights will take over. That was actually Grant Gutierrez with the kick, and it was a dandy. 8.5 seconds left on the clock here in the 3rd. Norwell will at least snap the ball here in the 3rd to end it. They trail by 42. Next week they'll be back at home against a very strong New Haven team. Reggie tries to pitch it. The pitch almost got intercepted. That'll be the last play of the quarter. It'll be 2nd down to start the 4th quarter. We will take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com. Bellmont 49, Norwell 7 after 3.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 child per team, or 2 youth may make a team, and a youth league for ages 4 to 19 starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every game. The Bowling Center in Bluffton, located at 1231 South Scott Street. For complete details, visit bowlbluffton.com, and don't forget about Friday Fun from 12 to 6. Only $1 per game and 50-cent shoes at a smoke-free environment. bowlbluffton.com. bowlbluffton.com.
Aussie and Do It Best Hardware is your one-stop shop for all your home repair needs, featuring Valspar Paints. They have propane refill, screen repair, and a complete rental center, along with a large selection of home improvement items, from electrical and plumbing supplies down to the nuts and bolts you need. Summer has been beautiful this year, but it's time to start thinking about the fall projects that need done around the house. Visit Aussie and Do It Best on Hirely Drive, just off Highway 1 in Ossian.
Welcome back to Bellmont. Start of the 4th quarter. 2nd and 12 for the Knights. And the handoff inside is knocked back a couple more yards to about the Norwell 45-yard line. That was Carson Ringer.
Wrapped up by Taryn
Gerwig on the tackle for Bellmont. And it's 3rd and long for the Knights. Passing game has been a bit of a struggle for the Knights so far tonight. Breggy back to pass. He throws it a long way, and it is in and out of the hands of, is that Grant McMichael on that side? Yep. So that'll bring up 4th down and long. I'm sure Norwell's going to be kicking here. It's Cam Harris back there to punt. He'll line up at about the 32-yard line. No idea who's deep for Bellmont. He's in a dark part of the field. And Harris's kick is a pretty good one. Landing at about the 32. It'll roll dead at about the Bellmont 27. That's where the Braves will take over. By the way, deep on that to field that punt. Yeah, I still can't tell who it is. Sorry, I can't give that young man credit. But I can't read the numbers. Navy on dark gray, it's pretty tough. So Bellmont takes over again. They lead by 42, just over 11 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Because I can't read the numbers, I can't tell if they've made wholesale substitutions. Handoff is made, and Norwell's line stacks up the runner, and I think they have, actually, because that is number, I think, 22. Yep, Leighton Larimore. He's just a freshman, so it appears as though Bellmont has made a number of substitutions. It's now 2nd and 11 for Bellmont. Another handoff, another loss, although he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark it. It was Larimore again on the carry. Bryce Kelly credited with the tackle for Norwell. It's 3rd and 9 for Bellmont. And Coach Ballard has called off the dogs here at Bellmont with 10 minutes left in this one. Quarterback keeps it around the right side. It looks to be another freshman, Jonathan Wilder, number 12, on the carry. He picks up about 4. It was Wilder. It'll be 4th down for the Braves, measured at 4 yards on the scoreboard. That looks about right. So the Braves will punt. Deep for the Knights, Charnel Freeman. And a low kick, but that's going to take a healthy Bellmont bounce. Freeman will back off, and it'll be spotted at about the Norwell 34. That's where the Knights will take over. Not too many people have left. That was Grant Gutierrez with the punt. Another 30-plus yarder for the starting quarterback. And Norwell will attempt to make this a closer game over the last 8 minutes and 59 seconds against Bellmont's second team. Breggy will carry it himself and still on his feet. A big gain for Garrison into Bellmont territory. They'll mark that at the Braves 41. Kelby Ortiz on the tackle for Bellmont. Trevor Ortiz, excuse me. Trevor, a 5'11" junior. This time the handoff. I believe that might be Leidig as he weaves his way downfield. Another first down. It was Carson Ringer actually with the carry as he makes it all the way to the Braves 21. Another nice pickup. Norwell with the first down and looking to score here just outside the red zone. Just over 8 minutes left. Breggy keeps it again, goes left, turns the corner, gets through a couple tacklers, and another first down for the Knights as he's inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 9, so first and goal from the Knight. Well, wait a minute. Penalty flag laying at about the 17-yard line. We'll see what the offense was. They'll say inadvertent flag, so it will be first and goal for the Knights. They had a first and goal with their last possession at the 1. Couldn't get it in. Hopefully this time they'll be successful for all you Norwell fans. The play clock being started by the official. Norwell with 9 yards to go for the promised land. Turnovers have been an issue tonight as Breggy keeps it again. Close to the goal line. They say he's in. And the Knights put another 6 points on the board. It's 49-13 with 7:36 left. So that should bring on Chris Bear for the extra point attempt. He sets his kicking tee out there. Christian Bohata, his holder. Bear's been pretty good. I think he's only missed one this year so far. Bear, a soccer player for the Norwell Knights as well. This kick is up and good. And it's 49-14 with 7.5 minutes left. We'll take a quick break and be right back on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Greg Van Meter along with Reese Schwartz here at Bellmont. Norwell scoring in the first quarter and now again here in the fourth. They trail by plenty. This game really not in question about midway through the second quarter, I would say. Bellmont scored 3 times in the second quarter on 3 pass plays. Chris Bear out there to kick off for the Knights. He executed a successful onside kick to start the game. I doubt that he's going to do that again here. They trail by 35. Interesting. In a high school game, all the extra point kicks have been good so far tonight. All 9 scores. As Bear kicks off, it's fielded at about the 20. And a good return all the way out to the 47. That's where the Braves will take over first and 10. Tony Bussey on the return for Bellmont. Dylan McCune credited with the tackle for the Knights.
On their own 46-yard line. First and
Actually,
10.
they're going to mark it on the 46, not the 47. Still a good return for Bussey. Jonathan Wilder, just a freshman, quarterbacking the Braves here in the fourth quarter. He keeps it, and he fooled everybody on the Norwell defensive line. He is going to go all the way. A 54-yard touchdown run for the freshman, Jonathan Wilder. Great fake execution, as there was nobody on the outside for the Knights defense, and Jonathan Wilder runs it in. It's 55-14 Bellmont. One play, 6 points. Jose Garcia out to attempt his 8th extra point of the evening. I think I was the only person around that saw Jonathan Wilder hang on to that football. Besides Jonathan himself, the extra point is good. Jose Garcia 8 for 8 on the evening. It's 56-14 Bellmont over Norwell. We'll just keep it here and tell you about a couple of our sponsors. Aussie and Do It Best Hardware, who also opened a rental operation this past week. I think it might have been yesterday, actually. They're your one-stop shop for your do-it-yourself or large construction job that you've taken on. Head in now to get a head start on your fall projects. Still feels like summer. Also, they've got a big salt sale coming up. Aussie and Do It Best, just off Highway 1 in Aussie on Hirely Drive. You can see him from the main road. And I know that salt sales in conjunction with Aussie Days, which is next weekend, the weekend before Street Fair. Usually it's pretty cool for those two events. We'll see what happens. It's going to have to cool down a lot. Big kick by Garcia. As it goes into the end zone, it'll be a touchback.
Kickoff by Garcia rolls into
So,
the end zone.
I mean, we've had some really nice days for the Street Fair in the past, but there's also been some really cool days as well. Certainly for Ossian Days. Seems like more years than not, I'm there with a sweatshirt on, maybe a pair of jeans. Stays like this for another week, though. We're going to be up there in shorts. Will you be going to Ossian Days, Reese? Will I see you there?
Well, I'll be in the big tent selling Nelson's. I'll be in the big tent selling Nelson's chicken for show choir.
Oh, there you go, raising a little money. I'll tell you, if I see you, I may buy some Nelson's chicken from you, because Nelson's chicken that's one of my favorites. I love Nelson's chicken.
It is really good.
Yeah, they have a great reputation, help a lot of communities in the area raise money. That was Joe Taylor on the carry for the Knights, picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Norwell, as Breggy replaced in the Norwell lineup by Joe Taylor. Joe had some good late production last week for the Knights, as he'll hand off this time. That'll be, I believe, number 21 for Norwell. That's Bryce Kelly. Bryce is a junior. Joe Taylor, just a sophomore, and that's a first down for the Knights. Ball marked at the 30-yard line. Just enough for a first down. Clock running, 6:25 left in this one. As Taylor calling signals. He will hand off again. I think another positive gain. Not a lot, though, this time for the Knights. Actually, it's going to be marked as no gain for Bryce Kelly. So 2nd and 10. It will remain. This is going to be a pretty quick game. That clock's not going to stop, most likely, between now and the time it goes triple zeros. As Taylor trying to go left. It's going to be dropped for probably no gain. The tackle, a good one by the Braves. That was Ben France, another freshman. So a number of freshmen getting varsity time out there for the Braves right now with this big lead. Clock ticking towards 5 minutes. 3rd and 11 for the Knights. Taylor back to pass, rolling right, looking downfield, and escapes a tackler, but he's hit as he goes to pass. We'll see how they rule that. And that's going to be a fumble. So the Knights' 3rd turnover.
Taylor.
Actually, 4th turnover, 2nd fumble. They've also been intercepted twice. Eubank with the hit. And Bellmont will take over at the 22-yard line of Norwell. Under 5 minutes left in this one. Well, we've been very fortunate. What looked like a threatening sky this evening did not produce any rainfall, so we're thankful for that. We've had a good internet connection all night as Bellmont kind of just runs it into the middle of the line. Might have picked up a yard. I'll call it 2nd and 9. That was Wilder that kept the football. The last time he touched it, he ran it in for a 54-yard touchdown. So actually, they're going to give him credit for a couple of yards. So Wilder over center. Looks over the Norwell deep. Just a freshman. That's remarkable for me to have Bellmont with 16 freshmen on their varsity roster. This time Wilder hands it off and dropped for a loss. Is the Bellmont back. They may give him credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage with his forward motion. In any case, it's going to bring up 3rd down. That was Larimore on the carry. Back there with Wilder in the backfield. Under 4 minutes to go in this one. Norwell trailing by 42. What'll be interesting to see is if they don't get much yardage on this play, will they go for it? I think they probably about have to, as Wilder's brought down in the backfield for several yards loss. That will bring up 4th down. They may let Garcia try a field goal. I don't know. We'll see. 4th and 11 for Bellmont here. I think they're just going to run an offensive play. Yep. No kick attempt. It would have been a long field goal. The ball at the 23, it would have been close to 45 yards. Tell you what, though, that Leo kicker can sure handle 45 yards. He kicked a 42-yard field goal last week, and it was good for at least 52. That's a motion penalty or illegal procedure on the Braves. They'll move it back 5 yards. And that'll bring it to 4th and 16. So Norwell trying to get the ball back and get into the end zone one more time. Been all Bellmont in this one. They forced 4 Norwell turnovers. They've scored in every quarter. They have a freshman in at quarterback. Wilder on the pitch and fumble. Ball knocked around a couple of times. Doesn't matter. It's on 4th down. So the Knights will take over. France was the intended recipient of that pitch. Norwell will have 1st and 10 from their own 32. 2:15 on the clock. Joe Taylor running the Norwell offense here deep in the 4th quarter. And in motion, and he gets the handoff and falls down at the 31. So on the carry, that was number 27, Rory Antrim. First time I think I called his name this season. He's a 6'1" junior. I think that might be Andy's son. Of course, I graduated with Andy in 1981 from Norwell. Andy was a tremendous running back for the Knights. Currently a lawyer in Bluffton. Joe Taylor stopped in the backfield. He'll go down at the 30. It'll be about another yard loss. And it'll bring up 3rd and about 12 for the Knights. Eubank on the tackle for Bellmont. Just a minute 10 left on the clock here in this one. Bellmont will go to 500 on the season at 2-2. Norwell fall to 0-4. As Charneil Freeman gets the handoff in the backfield, trying to work his way upfield, breaks a couple of tackles, bounces backwards. Now he turns the corner, picks up the 1st down, and finally knocked out of bounds at midfield with 45 seconds left. Nice run there by Charneil Freeman. It's a 1st down for the Knights. They'll mark it at the Norwell 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Taylor running to get his own play for this one. That's used to be a pretty common thing under head coach Jeff Miller. Not so much with Coach Gerber. Bad snap. Taylor passes it off, pitches it to his right, and about a 7-yard gain for Norwell. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Bryce Kelly on the carry.
45-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
Only 20 seconds left in this one, so Norwell's got to hustle if they're going to try to score again. Taylor on the pitch. That's Bryce Kelly, gets the 1st down, so that will stop the clock. But just 8 seconds left. This will probably be the last play of this one unless they decide to throw it. The ball spotted at the 41. It's hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, Norwell lined up offside, but they're not going to throw a flag. Instead, the handoff to Kelly. Kelly out across the 30. The clock goes to 000. Bryce Kelly able to rack up some yardage, but the score does not change. That'll end it. Bellmont going to 2-2 on the season. Norwell falling to 0-4. A 56-14 victory for the Bellmont Braves. We'll take a break and be back with the post-game show and some facts and figures after these words from our sponsors.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money. You're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Blooming Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Blooming Boutique.
Unfortunately, folks, we're not going to have a pregame show for you tonight, or postgame show. It has started pouring here at Bellmont, so we're going to have to shut down the equipment, keep it from getting wet. We appreciate you joining us. For Reese Schwartz, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media